Welcome back to another exciting episode of Creative Lens. I'm your host, Uncle Dice, aka Malume, and we're coming from the city of Cape Town. Weather's upon us. Virgo season is here, and today's guest really embodies a lot of our beliefs here at the podcast. She's one of the reasons why the podcast started in the first place. Talented, young individual. She's a creative at heart, a dope person overall. You have seen her work all the time, but might not have known it's her. Coming all the way from my neck of the hoods in the burbs. Flying Lotus, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing?
Hey, finally made it to the podcast. What? So happy to be here, man. So happy to be here.
Oh man, I'm just so glad this is happening.
Yeah, same.
You and I have been chatting for a minute, and you've been busy.
Yeah, been super busy, super lucky to be busy. So,
hey, that's always the most important thing. Hey, to always be busy. And how have you been? How's life?
Yo, life is lifing. There's ups and downs, there's waves, but at the end of the day, I'm just grateful, man. I'm grateful to be able to do what I love with people that I really care about, and yeah, I mean, what more could I ask for, man?
Ah, man. And how's your health?
Yo, I'm a smoker, so I don't know about that. But other than that, seems good, you know.
At some point, we like what we like.
Yeah, we all have our vices.
Yeah, all of our vices, and but the fact that you're healthy and the fact that you're here, and maybe let's take it back. Let's take it back to the beginning. Take us back, man. How did all this start? Just take us back to your humble beginnings and growing up. How was that for you? Did you grow up in Cape Town?
I grew up in Joburg. I'm half Afrikaans, half Chinese, so I'm mixed race. And that was always a strange one to navigate.
Wow.
But my grandfather was a photographer during apartheid, and Chinese South Africans during apartheid were labeled as honorary whites, but before that they were also considered blacks or coloreds. And it's kind of an untold story because we hear a lot about like the whites and blacks during apartheid, but you don't hear about like the Chinese people.
The other one, there were other people, races that were there
exactly,
at the time.
How they were segregated and how they also had like the same discriminations. And he basically joined or made a Chinese camera club where they used the camera club as a means of disrupting space.
Wow.
So it was kind of like a little revolution, and I don't know, I saw his photos growing up and I was really inspired by that, and I think ultimately my grandfather was the reason why I got into that.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I take it just taken on film, right?
Yeah. It was taken on. He had a Hasselblad, he had a Leica, he had a Yashica that I now have.
Wow.
So he was taking a lot of landscapes, but because he couldn't apply for like competitions in South Africa, he had to send it under like a false alias overseas.
Ah, yes,
so
that
it
was
became
what it
a
was.
whole thing, yeah. And I mean, it's just really beautiful. Like his work also had like a journalistic element to it because obviously he would go to spaces where he wasn't really allowed.
Wow.
So yeah, I think that really inspired me, like my grandfather's story inspired
Oh, wow. That's crazy. So this is you growing up in Joburg.
Yeah.
And did you do your preschool there?
Yeah, so I did preschool, high school, and then I came to Cape Town to study at UCT. I studied film and philosophy.
Wow.
And then after that, I thought I wanted to be an animator. Turns out I didn't want to be an animator because that means sitting behind a laptop for hours without any human interaction.
Wow.
And I love being around people, so it was just never going to work.
Okay. Let's just go back to school a bit.
Yeah.
You this young mixed child, for lack of a better word. How was that for you? How did you navigate it? Because like what I always like about kids don't see things like color. And that's they don't see color, they don't see gender. They just see their friend.
Yeah.
Right? And that's what I love about kids. So growing up and coming up, were you at any one point, did you ever then look and say, I think I'm different?
I think I kind of knew all along, but I think I liked that about myself. Like I
Yeah.
like being ambiguous to other people, even gender-wise. I love dressing like a boy and confusing people.
Wow.
So I think the fact that I was mixed race, I really reveled in it. Like,
That was a superpower.
yeah, I loved it. Like, I know people talk about how it feels like you're kind of in the gray area and you're not one label, but I really, really loved it. Yeah.
And I love that. And I really love that. And did you play sports?
Yeah, I was very sporty, played a lot of hockey, was a swimmer.
Really?
So I was super into sports, yeah.
Do you have siblings?
No, I'm an only child. I wish I had siblings. It's lonely being an only child, man.
Do you know what? Just all the few times I've met you, just us all hanging out today and etc.
Yeah.
You really feel like a sibling.
Yeah, I get told that a lot.
Yeah. You make a good sibling.
Yeah, thank you. Come on, guys, give me a sibling, man. I need one.
I know. And I hear. And I guess that's what makes you more unique, like being an only child. And so at what point, so throughout high school, were you like an arts person? Were you a math person? How was that?
Yo, I'm your least typical Asian because I was not good at maths. I didn't play violin.
Oh my word.
I was like, you're really artsy. I did music, I did art, I did consumer studies.
Wow.
I was like, kind of the rebel Asian. Like all my the Asian friends I knew were very like mathematical, left-brained, and I just wasn't like that. So yeah, I was very much creative from the get-go. And my mom was an art director, and my dad's a Tai Chi instructor. So my parents are both really creative.
Okay, so pause.
Yeah.
Your mom is an art director.
My mom's an art director. Yeah.
Oh my word! It's an agency, I take it.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. So you know what? Say less.
Yeah.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
Like I get why you end up here. Okay.
Yeah.
So you finished school, grade 12. Was it obvious that you're going to go to UCT and study film?
Yeah, I think it was pretty obvious that I was going to do something creative. I was also told I needed to get a degree to get a job. So that's what I believed. And I thought I had to go to UCT to get a job. But to be honest, the industry I'm in, I feel like I could have just understudied somebody and learned more than having gone to an institution.
Do you know that part of this show, you did graduate at UCT, did finish it at? If I tell you that you're actually one of the few that have graduated.
Oh, really?
Like if you look at all the guests that we've had on this show, most just jumped onto YouTube, found someone to work under, learned, and they're making almost the best work.
Yeah. And I feel like that's the best way to learn. When you're in it, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So you said at UCT. Tell us about your journey at UCT. So did you have a camera? When did you actually have a camera?
It wasn't, UCT was theory, dude. It was just a lot of theory. And I mean, I love studying films because I could watch 5 films a day. That for me is a fun time. But I think at the end of the day, I still wanted to hold a camera and play with a camera. And I didn't really get to do that until after I graduated. I started taking some stills with my grandfather's old camera. And that's when I started playing around.
It's crazy. I've always heard this also that I guess that's always going to be the UCT versus after. Yeah. Sort of where one is more hands-on. Yeah. And the other one is so, like you said, because this is not the first time, and you're the first person saying, hey, look, I actually knew someone who did film also from UCT, and he was doing a crash course. He was doing some courses after, just to learn how to use the camera. So he was the one that got me into I was just doing theory over there, of this, and just learning the camera. So you got your grandfather's camera, you're shooting. What year is this at this time?
That was probably I would say 2017, maybe even earlier.
Pre-COVID?
Yeah, pre-COVID, yeah.
Okay, cool. So are you working now? You graduate. Are you working? What you doing? What's that first job like?
What felt like the first proper job I got was with Shelflife. Okay. And At the end of the day, I feel like it's about the people you know in the industry. And I think it sucks because I think there's a lot of people that have a lot of potential and a lot of talent. But if you don't know the right people, sometimes it feels like you can't get anywhere because it does feel like it's very network based. So Jake, the head of Shelflife, contacted me through somebody that I knew. And he was like, really love your work. Would you be keen to do a campaign for us? And that was just lucky. I was really lucky.
So what work is this that got you that gig? Was it just off images off Instagram?
I think it was images he'd seen I'd done. And I just, at the end of the day, you just need one person to believe in you. And if you have that one person, then you hit the ground running and other people start seeing your potential and your work. It's really just one person, like taking a chance.
I know.
Yeah.
So I guess it always comes back. I always have this, I always say the youngins, keep putting the work out.
Yeah.
To your point.
Yeah.
It needs one person.
Yeah, just one person.
That post just needs to be seen by that one person.
Yeah.
And it can change everything.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So tell us more about the first campaign. Were you, what was your role at this time? Was the photographer? How was that?
So I was photographer and DOP and the budget was like extremely low, but I'm so used to like running and gunning and like shooting with no budget that for me, that was like, I mean, I almost love that part of it. You know what I mean? Like having nothing to work with and just making it work.
Making that magic.
Yeah.
And now
like,
you have some coins. You're like, oh, I want to get some money.
Oh, money. What? What do I do with that? So I almost love like not actually having a budget because then you really have to think about how you can do it in a creative way because you're not relying on just like money to buy things that make it easier.
So this is your first gig?
First gig.
Okay. So then this is just off your Instagram page. Your work is seen. Jake sees it. You get the role. You do the work. What was that? Were you a photographer on this role? Was there video?
Yeah, there was video and stills.
Okay, video and stills.
Yeah.
Okay. So was that would you say that was your first sort of like commercial work?
Yeah, I'd say that was probably my first proper commercial gig.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Okay, pause. Let's go back. Before that, you were just shooting.
Yeah, before that, I feel like I was just having fun, man. I mean, I was part of, I don't know if you know Lamppost Creative.
Yes.
I did. I got accepted into a fellowship and it was called Lamppost Luminaries and it was for South African women that got selected and we basically understudied photographers of Lamppost Creative. So before that, that's what I was doing. And that was a year in Joburg where I just understudied a whole bunch of South African photographers such as like Zander Opperman. There was Lesedi, Tatenda, you know, like really like beautiful photographers. Tatenda Chidori.
What's crazy, he shot our latest campaign for Refuse.
Really?
Yeah, I'll show you
that man. He has
amazing.
Golden heart.
No,
I just love him to death. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Do you know what's crazy? Just to go for a bit. I've just, as much as I've been in this space, but I'm just going to speak more from a photography side of things. I didn't realize that there's a lot of communities around photography in just around. I saw the Cape Town Photography Festival. I'm part of 3 groups with about combined 400 people, like 100 people in this one. Like, no one in any of those groups even knew about the Cape Town Film Photography Festival.
I don't even know about that.
Okay, so
That's what I'm saying. Like, how do you know about that?
I'm not losing my mind. Okay, cool. I'm not losing my mind because it's there.
When did that?
It's actually running up to this weekend.
Where?
In the city, and there are some designated spots where things are happening, where they have all the speakers, where they have all and I can go on, but
yeah.
And in my heart, I was just venting with a friend. I love that it's happening. Firstly, I was just like, what in the gatekeeping is this one?
Facts though, because like I want to know about.
No, because I mean, let's just think about this. Look how often we shoot in the city.
Yeah.
Back to back, month to month, end to end, we shoot hit. people like even the Christians, people I know, everyone keeps telling me, no, there's no festival like that going on in the city.
Okay, so people don't know about it.
And there are all these speakers. I mean, yeah, all these speakers and very white, but we're not saying that, but I couldn't help but really interrogate it a little bit more. Because when I started just reaching out to peers, no one actually knows about it.
Yeah.
And it's called the Cape Town Photography Festival.
Yeah. I mean, I surely didn't know about that.
Yeah, and so I also did my homework. I looked at the speakers, looked at the names. I was like, okay, they're coming from New York. I mean, just saying. But yeah. So it's all that. I'm like, it's interesting. And now that just listening to you, I'm like, sorry, I know we went off, but yeah, those are some of the interesting things happening in the city. So
yeah. Wait, so is it a workshop or is it like an exhibition vibe?
It's a whole exhibition. There are speakers.
Okay,
it's
so
one of those, starts at 10, it finishes at 4.
A whole day, okay.
Kind of thing. 2 hours, this guy, some lunch over here. And then this guy's going to come, show you whatever it is they're doing. I really went in, toothpick vibe, and really went through the lines, went on the website, did everything else. They're selling tickets.
Oh.
That's how far I really researched.
Yeah.
And I was like, this one I don't know it. However, I guess next year it's our opportunity to ensure that they know about us in the city.
Yeah.
And
for sure.
Look, I just also feel, I know we're like a little bit off, but I just feel like I think it's also important for us to be custodians of the craft within the places where we come from. It's because it's people like you and us, who are going to be documenting what's happening in the city.
Yeah. And
it was, for me, I was motivated. I was like, I need to actually find whoever is doing this and see how we can be part of it. From a broader perspective. So with all this, I was just like, this thing really looks organized, So I couldn't hate on anything, really. My heart was just sore, the fact that we don't know about it. And we are Capetonians, we're in the city, and we really are outside, Maybe this was too corporate for us. We're outside. I don't know, man. Yeah. But something was amiss. But to your point, if you don't know it, and I know many other people don't know it.
Yeah.
And I had all those groups I've been chatting to, no one knows it. I went on to message a marketing group with about 1,000 odd people. No one knew about it also there. That's how I was like, wow, this thing is really gatekeeping. And there's no one I know from Cape Town who's actually part of it. I'm quite sure the places are local, definitely. The suppliers will be local guys, definitely. But from just the entire movement, it's almost like, what is it doing for Cape Town?
Yeah, it sounds very European.
Yeah, no, it feels that because all the speakers were also from America, New York,
sound like it's very
London, and
integrated
I was like, okay, it's called Cape Town Photography Festival, and at least let me see the pictures at the promenade.
Yeah, show some local.
Even the guys at Arms don't even know about it.
Okay, no, that's
I kid you not.
Know about it
because for me, first prize was trying to get some tickets. I've got friends within those spaces. Like, do you know about this? Part of those groups I'm telling you about.
Yeah.
Right? I'm like, do you know about this? Do you have some tickets? I'm going to check it out. And I just got the same answer you gave me. Some answer everyone gave, like, no, what is that?
Yeah.
I don't even think. First was your line. But I guess now we're here.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, how important are these fellowships? So you go to Joburg and you join these fellowships. How important are they?
I feel like at the time it felt like a really big deal just as a female, and it was for females. It felt like important, like we were kind of representing the minority, the four of us, and we were all POCs and females in the industry. I think the fellowship was really helpful. I got to learn from the top photographers of the industry in South Africa, and I don't know, I think there's not a lot of, or I certainly haven't heard of a lot of fellowships like that before. So I think it was a really great opportunity for me. Yeah.
Perhaps as you come up, do something in Cape Town. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah. Just saying. Just putting that out there. You know?
Yeah, man. Because also like part of what I most want to do in the podcast is just to invite filmmakers, young kids who are learning how to edit, who want to do a podcast to come work. I'm really obsessed with community-driven initiatives. It's an obsession I have, and I'm pro and I'm for anything that's positive to the community.
Yeah.
And I'm supporting anyone who's trying to make a difference in community, whether you're trying to sell something by the side of the corner, your cakes, whether you want to sell, whatever it is that you're doing, that is what I support. And I also strongly believe, for you, and that's one thing, just looking at your work, looking at where you are, I really strongly believe you'll be the right person for the job.
Well, shout out, Unc. Shout out. Thank you, man. No, you flatter me.
Cool. So you go for the fellowship, you come back, you do the superbulous job. So at this time, are you working for anyone, or you are just working as a consultant?
Freelance, girl. The best way. I don't know if I could do a 9 to 5. I don't know if I'm cut for that lifestyle. You know what I mean? That just sounds rough for me.
It's not for everybody.
It's not for me. I can't do a 9 to 5.
I can also say it's not for everyone. But we still need those humans to process our invoices.
Yeah. Leave it to the accountants. Leave it to the accountants. I'll stay this side. Thanks. I'm good.
Okay, so all this time you're freelancing. So you're in Cape Town at this time. You graduate, you don't go back home. I take it you then find a place to stay in Cape Town.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Cape Townian now. The work, you get your first work. At what point does COVID come in?
So I studied, got my degree. Then I went back to Joburg.
Yeah.
Because I thought I should work in Joburg, and then COVID hit. So I was in Joburg when COVID hit, and I was with my pops, and that was also the time that I went down for the Lamppost fellowship. So the fellowship was actually happening during COVID,
which made sense.
Which was such an awkward time, but it worked out like the way it did. But yeah, so then I went back, did the fellowship, and then after that I moved back to Cape Town because I was like, I love Joburg. I love Joburg people. They are the best people. You can't tell me otherwise.
Yes.
But I love Cape Town. I just feel like there's more to do here.
There's something here, right?
Yeah, there's something in Cape. There's something.
There's something.
What is it? I don't know what it is, but there's something.
I always told my mates and say, I was really blessed because work always brought me to Cape Town.
Yeah.
But there's just something about the city.
Yeah.
I can't really explain it to you, but you almost have to be here.
Yeah. No, you gotta be here to get it.
Get it, Even us just walking to the coffee shop.
Yeah, it's just vibes.
Just looking at the mountain. Okay.
Yeah.
So how were you mentally throughout COVID? I mean, you've graduated, you work on this job with Superbulous, correct, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to Jake.
Shout out to Jake.
Yeah, we and you get home, there's coverage, you're doing the fellowship. Because, at the time, it wasn't the same for everybody, but, finances were hard for some people.
Yeah. Which
then impacted mental health. I think COVID was really a time for people of color to really say, snap. We really honed in a bit deeper into mental health.
Yeah.
And it's crazy, when we're getting the coffee, the young lady we met, just her saying she's coming from a therapist. That was like music to my ears. I'm just like, if you can do it and if you can get the assistance and support to heal through these tools that are set up like a therapist, they're just so amazing.
And I also love how honest she was about that. She wasn't embarrassed or ashamed. She
was
I
just
came from my therapist. I'm like,
and I'm like, yes, girl.
Yes, girl.
That's exactly that.
I get it, yeah.
That's exactly that. And the fact, it's just also removing that stigma and the norms, because as people of color, the minute you hear therapy, there's a problem.
Yeah.
So how were you keeping yourself focused during that time?
Yeah. I mean, I think I was lucky that I had structure with the fellowship. So there was a certain kind of routine that I had, which I was lucky to have, because I feel like if I didn't have that, I might have lost my mind. But I was also lucky that I was staying with my dad. So financially, I was like privileged enough that I didn't need to worry about money at that time. I was also going through a breakup at that time. So I remember I made like a documentary about love, and that became like my whole life. And I was just getting voice notes, like sound bites from friends, like asking them questions about what love is to them, and they would send me voice notes, and I would use the voice notes, and I started just taking like B-roll in my garden of like random abstract things, and I put together this documentary. And it was the first documentary I made. If I look at it now, like there's obviously things I would change, but I think at the core of it, like my heart was there. Like, you know.
Let's talk a little bit more into this. Unpack this.
Yeah.
And I like it. And this is why I love it is, guys, Umjolo and heartbreaks, they'll kill us. Man. Like, so I can only imagine how you feeling at the time.
Yeah.
But the fact that you channeled all this, can I say pain or all this, what was happening into your project?
Yeah.
How was that? Maybe.
Oh, dude.
How did you channel that? How did you channel? Because you channeled it positively.
Yeah. I mean, look, at the time, it felt like purge. Like I literally was purging everything that was surfacing. It felt like I needed a platform to like let it express itself. So in itself, it felt like a form of healing. I definitely think like I discovered a lot of things about myself, a lot of things about others and how others perceive love. So it was definitely like a self-soothing thing for me. Being able to make that documentary was me trying to like say to myself, no, you know what, it's okay. Like
it's gonna be okay.
Yeah, you know, life is lifing, but you're strong, and making that documentary was part of me expressing that and healing through that. So yeah,
that was definitely something important.
Yeah.
So throughout, when you're working on this, the documentary was called Love.
It was called what was it? It was called.
But
it was
the
about
theme,
love. Yeah.
But the theme was all about love. So you said you were asking your friend. And that was really COVID time, right?
Yeah.
The best you could get were going to be that.
Yeah.
The voice notes.
The voice notes. That was all I could do because I couldn't see anyone at that time. And I don't know, there was something also kind of beautiful about it, because I do feel like people kind of get nervous in front of the camera, and them just sending a voice note to their mate explaining like their experiences of love and how they perceive love. I feel like it was so much more vulnerable, and like, I don't know, there's something special about it. Just being able to like compile a bunch of voice notes from people I love about how they perceive.
So how long was this documentary?
It was probably like 25 minutes long.
Please do share it. Does it exist somewhere?
Yeah, it's actually on my page. I just don't know. I don't have internet, but it should be on my page. It's like more at the beginning stages of my page.
Okay. No, we definitely will jump onto that. So you make the documentary after the breakup.
Yeah.
COVID finishes. Where are you at this time?
So I was doing stills, but now I was like, I love stills, but I'd love to get into moving image. So now I was starting to explore more videography at that point. And at that point I was like super overwhelmed by how technical it was. Because, I mean, I was still new. Like, I went to UCT, but I never got any practical education, and I never had, like, the time to play with gear. So now I was, like, exposed to gear, and I was like, damn, like, this is actually quite technical. Also, being in the industry, and, like, I started loading and, like, shadowing directors and DOPs on TVCs, and realizing how most of crew in the camera department were males.
I know.
Yeah, it's mostly white males. I just like.
So are you back in Cape Town now?
Yeah, back in Cape Town now.
So how are you navigating this space? Okay, are you back here as a photographer? Are you getting photography work? How are you navigating this space?
Yo, I was back here as a student of life, bro. I didn't know what I was doing. I just knew that I wanted to be in the film space. So I was shadowing as many people as I could in the industry, and I still didn't know what I wanted to do at that point.
You were just pushing.
I was just trying to figure it out. I just knew that I had to be on this path. I just didn't know what it was I was doing.
So what then happens to change all that at this point?
I think what happened after that? I think I started shooting my own stuff, and I think I started getting noticed for my style of shooting.
Okay.
And that kind of like, I think people started noticing me for my style, and then I started getting hired for certain stills gigs.
Okay.
But I was still doing like focus pulling and loading on the side because I was still trying to push the moving cinematography.
So where were you doing that at this time? Were you with an agency? Were you shadowing?
Still freelance. This is me still like hustling, networking, speaking to people.
Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't with
So then how important is that? Because, okay, cool, you're still doing the photography work, right? And you say you're navigating the space that you identified it's definitely male focused and it's not very inclusive, right?
Yeah.
That you come into this space, you know you have to be here. Were there individuals that you leaned on that were like, okay, cool, this is what this pattern does, this is what this does, hold this way?
I think initially I started hitting up specifically female DOPs in South Africa, and there are only like 3 that I know of that are actually well known, which is Vicky Turpin, who's like the OG DOP, and then there's Fahima Hendricks, who's also one of the OG DOPs. And I just started messaging them and asking them if I could shadow. I remember I shadowed Vicky on a TVC. I think it was must have been for like ShopRite or something. But for me, I really wanted to follow females because I feel like they have a very different experience of the industry.
And like you can relate.
Yeah, if you speak to Vicky Turpin about her experience as a female DOP, especially in her time, she really went through it rough. Like the men used to bully her and like, but she still stuck it out, man. She was like, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, I started specifically hitting up females. But yeah, I was shadowing like any person I could shadow at that time because I just wanted to learn.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this is your learning. So you're putting in the 10,000 hours.
Yeah, exactly.
This is part of your learning curve.
Yeah.
And so at what point do things change? At what point do you then get a chance to shoot? Were you like a videographer first? How did all that stuff start? Or you went into directing first, or you went into DOP first?
The first gig was with Jake, who just said like, yo, your images are just, would you be keen to shoot our next campaign? Again, like I had shot my own stuff before then, but I'd never had somebody approach me and be like, yo, we like your style. Would you like to shoot in your style for this campaign? So Jake was the first one that was like, I believe in you. I'm going to take a chance on you.
Yeah.
And I was like, cool. Yeah, I'm super keen to do that. And yeah, he was the first person to believe in me. And after that, then like now I've done a Shelflife gig. That's already giving me networking, like people seeing it and picking it up. And then other people started approaching. Like Hayden from Puma was like, you're really loving the stuff we're seeing from Shelflife. Would you be keen? And see, then it starts spitballing because people see you doing things and they're like, ooh, can you do that maybe for us? So I think it was just that one gig, dude.
So how important then, I mean, just listening to you then, how important is putting your work out?
Oh, I think it's so important. And I think it sucks because I think, especially in the like era we are in now with social media, it feels like it's a lot of ego because it feels like you need to post to get validation all the time.
Yeah.
And it's a rough one for me because I never want to get to a point where I'm putting out work just to put work out.
Yeah.
Because I remember like how I started was, yo, this means something, this means so much to me. Let me post it in hopes that it's going to help or change somebody's perception. So I don't know, it's a hard one. I feel like social media, it's easy to get caught up in the ego and like the ego of it all. But at the same time, I think it's very important to post your work because that's like kind of at the end of the day, your CV, like that's where people are going to see your work.
Okay.
And yeah.
Nice. So I guess, because for you to get the work, they have to see the work.
Yeah, exactly. It needs to be seen somewhere. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Cool. So do you remember vividly the first campaign you actually can say, damn, that was dope?
I mean, I think I'm always going to love my first campaign just because it was my first baby.
Yes.
Even if it wasn't like the best of the best, you know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
But it was the first one.
Yeah, it was my first baby. Like, she's a bit grungy and like rough around the edges, but she's my
your
first baby. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then, would you then say your DOP?
I still feel weird about saying DOP. I don't know. It's just a weird. I don't know at what point one can call themselves a DOP. My friends are always like, just you basically a DOP. I'm like, am I though? I don't know.
But if you look at the work that you do.
Yeah, I don't know. I struggle to call myself a DOP. When people ask me what my role is, I'm like, I'm a creative. I don't like saying DOP. I don't know why it freaks me out, but it freaks me out.
Hello, DOP.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess I hear you.
Yeah.
However,
Yeah. Hit me with the truth, bro.
the work doesn't lie.
Yeah.
We know what we're seeing here by the Instagram. Let's see here by the Instagram. You know, like I'm going back all the way. You know, like you've got so much, like your photography work, like crazy. Your shooting work is crazy. This is you in the hotel here.
Yeah.
This is her in the hotel there.
Yeah.
like we'll have this up. So how are you learning the cameras and gear at this time?
Yo, I think it's through a lot of trials and tribulations. Also, like Vahid, you know Vahid,
Yes.
the DOP. So
Yes.
I don't even know how I met Vahid or any of those boys actually. But anyways, I met Vahid, and Vahid needed a focus puller on I think it was a music video. And the focus puller he usually used was busy. So he hit me up and he said, yo dude, I need a focus puller. Any chance you're available? I said, bro, I've never focus pulled. Like, why would you want to take a chance on me? Like, I mean, I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
He said, bro, I'm sure you can do it. Easy peasy. Come, let's go. I said, okay. So I focus pulled for Vahid. And again, takes one person. And just on being that job, and I didn't know anything, I learned so much. And it was just being on set. I feel like that's the best way to learn, is actually just to be on set. Like, I know after people talk about how they've had so much practical experience, but when they actually get on set, they tend to not know anything. Like, that's what a lot of them have told me. When I've met after people on set, they're like, bro, when we started in the industry, it's not anything like what we've learned. Because it's a completely different repertoire.
It keeps going, yes.
Yeah. So from focus pulling, I think I learned a lot about the technicalities of the camera. That's where I learned the most about the technicalities of the camera. Yeah, I think that's when I started to play with the big boys like Red, Ari. That's when I was starting to play with cine cameras, and that's where I started learning like the technicalities of certain things, because that's when it starts getting very technical. Yeah.
So are you YouTubing at this time? How else are you learning?
How else was I? Dude, I was still loading. So I was still learning through loading. But other than that, I was loading and focus pulling, and that was how I was learning. And I mean, the people I was working with, like Vahid, Mercedes, they also, it's like this new generation of TVC. Like I've worked with like, you know, the older generation, like Adam Bentel and their generation, they grew up having like, you load for like 5 years and you focus pull for 5 years. Like, it's a very traditional route.
Way
and
of
I
doing
feel like
it,
now, like, you get people like Jason Prince who maybe they start shooting BMX, they get noticed, and now they're shooting TVCs. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't have to do like years worth of, you get noticed
Is it
for
the
your
strength?
skill.
Oh yeah, on the skill.
Exactly.
And that's what I always say, like, it's the skill, and I'm always like, and you have that.
Yeah, exactly. So people notice, oh, this person's got an eye. Well,
That's it. That's it.
That's all you need.
And that can take you to the next place.
Exactly.
Wow.
And I think that's also kind of nice, because as much as I appreciate the craft of learning all those things before you become a DOP, sometimes I feel like it can take away from the creative process merely because you're focusing so much on the like logistics of it, that like sometimes I feel like you can lose sight of the actual like what you want to get out of the image. Yeah.
Okay. And have you shot music videos before?
Yeah, we shot a music video for a friend. That was actually the first thing I did with my best friend. It was called Call Your Mama. It was a POC woman rapper, South African rapper. And after that, I shot another music video for Tayesh. And then last year, we shot another music video for Kujenga. So, yeah, I've shot a few music videos and love them to death because I'm obviously obsessed with music. So if I could do music videos for the rest of my life, I would be happy.
You'd be the person doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, wow. And TV ads, how'd you find those?
TV ads, listen, that's where the geld is. Not going to lie. That pays my bread and butter and my rent.
I know, right?
Yeah. I mean, what else can I say? I mean, look, it is fun if the client gives you creative freedom.
Yeah.
If not, sometimes it's just getting the job done, bro. I don't know what to say. Like, it really is. If you can have creative freedom, it makes it a lot more fun than. But yeah, I prefer to do music videos. There's a lot more creative freedom in that for me.
And how was shooting for Kujenga? How was that?
Oh my gosh. Are you joking? I love Kujenga. When I hear them play, I literally want to cry. Like, I just feel like they are doing something. Like, they're changing the world with their music. They are so iconic. And as people, they're all just so beautiful. And the stuff that they're making, oof. If you don't know Kujenga, guys, you're not on it.
Put them on.
Yeah, you're not on it, guys. You need to get on it.
I think let's check them out. Check them out with Doughboy.
Yeah.
When they performed at Hartley, I think about 3 weeks ago.
Yes.
Yes. That was fun.
That looked sick.
No, it's like it was. Like, I'll share some visuals.
That?
Yeah, I'll share some visuals of that.
No, that is a classic collaboration.
Oh, wow.
Maglera and Kujenga, yo.
No, Kujenga, I mean, is the one.
Yeah.
And how's the relationship with Shelflife?
Yo, Jake, I still haven't met Jake to this day. Like, we've only DM'd each other. I haven't met Jake to this day.
Oh, my word.
Like, and that's my bra. Like, I don't even know him, but I'm like, you my homie, bro. So, yeah, Jake actually hit me up this morning. He said they have a Adidas campaign that they want us to shoot. So Jake and I are still,
There we go. The power of the internet.
You know?
The power of putting out your work.
Yeah, exactly.
The power of posting. Guys, post, guys.
Post.
Wow, this is such a crazy story. And I also just love it for you, just how it's unraveled itself. And that's so great, man, just to see the work, the DOP work, the producer work, the photography work. But I guess, like you said, you enjoy it so much, hence the label creative. I hear you.
Yeah.
I definitely hear you. And you're right. Like, I think I'm a creative who with a love for film, I guess. Yeah, and looking beyond that and looking to where you are today, how are you sort of like keeping yourself not up to date per se? How are you keeping yourself aligned with what's happening in the times, especially from the work that we do? Our clients always want that new thing. Our clients always want it to make it look better. Our clients always want the things that are trending, for lack of a better word, or the things that will go viral. For lack of a better word, how are you navigating that space as a creative?
I think it's a hard one because there's obviously, like, you're trying to follow what the cool kids are following.
Yeah.
Because you're also trying to appeal to a certain kind of market. But I think at the end of the day, for me, being authentic and true to yourself is like one of the most important things you can do as a creative. And for me, I think that's what drives me more than anything else. I obviously think like trends and like stuff like that, it obviously influences me. But at the end of the day, at the core of it is like me being authentic and true to myself.
Yeah.
And that's probably the most important part of the process.
No, I hear you. What are you listening to?
What am I listening? Oh, okay, Kujenga. Obviously, Kujenga. Yeah, I've been listening to a lot of jazz lately. I've been actually smarking to go to like a jazz draw. I don't know if you remember Wazoo. I don't know if you ever went to Wazoo, but that was like a jazz club, and
There's Jam Alley tonight.
Oh yes, Jazz Alley at is it at
Gorgeous,
yeah,
Gorgeous George.
So I've been listening to a lot of jazz.
Yeah.
Yeah, jazz is my bread and butter, dude. Love jazz.
You strike me as a vinyl person.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why.
I love that.
I guess that's the film.
Yeah, it's giving analog.
Yeah, it's giving analog.
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's giving retro.
And then jazz. I'm like, nah, you're definitely a vinyl.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Tell me more about the tattoos.
Okay. Where do I start? Okay, so I have a dragon on my left arm, and my dad also has a dragon on his left arm, and me and my dad.
So did you do?
Homies for life, man.
Are you a Tai Chi person?
I actually tried Tai Chi. My brain's ADHD.
You're
I struggle. Every day my dad's like, yo, you need to do Tai Chi, you need to breathe, and I'm like, I try, but it's really hard, bro. I don't know if that's my cup of tea. Don't know if that's my cup of tea.
Okay, so the tattoo, your dad?
Yeah, so my dad also has a dragon. I have Trechikov, who is a South African artist, the Chinese lady, and that's in color. That's my actually first color tattoo.
Nice.
And I have a flower on my arm. I have a girl crying lilies on my arm. I have perseverance on. I have a lot of tattoos. I have a lot of tattoos. Yeah.
Do you surf?
No. Am I giving surf advice?
Yeah.
I'm giving analog and surf.
Yeah,
I love it.
So what do you do? Like, tell me. Okay, this is the weekend, right?
Yeah.
What's you up to?
Okay, I'm a huge hiker. I love hiking. I love being in nature, and I love the ocean. If you ask me what I'm doing the weekend, I'm probably either in nature or by the ocean. Yeah.
There goes the surfing. You see that?
Yeah. I need to start surfing, man. I'm actually playing games. What am I doing?
Oh wow! And are you more of a? I read books. When I get home, I watch TV.
Yo, I will watch a movie a day. I'm obsessed with movies.
Okay, so you're not the same.
Yeah.
And I'm also obsessed with movies.
Yeah.
I have like a crazy obsession with movies.
Yeah.
And I'm always like, so they shot this way. What was going in through your mind when you wrote that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like when you watch movies with your film friends and you end up pausing a scene,
Yes,
you try to work out, like, okay, so did they, and then, my favorite thing, I will froth over that. That's like my favorite pastime, man.
Wow, man. Yeah. I mean, you remind me of Christian, like he's big on that. He's my movie guy, so I'll be coming to you for movies.
Yeah, he loves movies.
Yes, he's like, Uncle Tice, watch this, and watch this.
Yeah, he always has a recommendation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is good. Are you Spotify or on iTunes person?
Spotify, for sure.
I don't actually love about Spotify how they do their suggestions.
You don't love?
I love them. I love that.
Like song radio.
Like I know, like I've always loved it. And how important is music when you work?
Dude, I was just speaking to a friend the other day about if I had to choose between my vision or my hearing. I would struggle with that question because obviously I'd want my vision as a DOP, but music?
Just take my head. Like I can't give up any of the two.
I couldn't give up.
Just take my head.
Yeah, rather just take my fucking head. Just underline me. I can't do it. I give up. Wow. No, I fucking love music. I think music is a huge part of, dude, honestly, healing for me. Like I can listen to a song and feel emotionally feel completely different afterwards.
I know,
Same
right?
as how I watch a film and I can emotionally feel. Yeah,
I've been trying not to let things get into my eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got a twig there. I don't know. Yeah.
Do you know what? Actually, I like to watch coming of age movies.
Okay. What's your favorite coming of
thing.
age?
A Fault in the Stars.
Okay. That was a book, hey?
Yes, it was based off a book. Yes, it was based off a book.
I haven't seen the film, but
it's on Netflix.
I've heard the book before.
No, if you watch that, something will be in your eye.
Oh, really? Really? It's giving a
tearjerker. No, like I like this kind of age movies, like where boy meets girl or the two parties meet. Yeah. Somewhat in the early stages of the movie, they have a misunderstanding. Yeah. Not that anyone did anything wrong. And they don't know why they fought in the first place. Then they go away somewhere, and then they with other people, and they realize they miss each other.
Yeah.
And then somewhere towards the end of the movie, something happens and they get back and they just believe, oh my God, I missed you. I love that. I love that shit. But I'm also a Godfather guy. I watch Crime Channel religiously. I love documentaries.
Okay, documentary.
Yeah, I really I really love documentary. Have you shot a documentary before?
I mean, I did the Love documentary, and I just did a documentary recently for this they're called Cobbleration, and they were doing a documentary on how people make sandals, traditional South African sandals, and we shot that documentary, and that was
those Zulu white ties, those ones. Interesting. Okay,
and I love documentaries because it feels like a lot more authentic than the commercial world. Like it feels like
I know, right?
I'm telling real stories.
Yeah. Oh wow! And what would you like to be remembered for?
Ooh. I would hope I would be remembered for imagery that either makes you change your mind about something or makes you feel less alone in the world. I think those would be the things. Yeah.
Those would be your things.
Yeah.
And what would you have told your younger self?
Girl, you're weird. Stay weird. Like, it's going to get you places, and just be true to yourself, man. Like, be your weirdest self. Like, you're going to be all right. Just stick it out. Yeah.
Oh, wow. And lastly, what would you like to leave the world with? What would you like to leave us with? Drop some jewels.
That is a loaded question. What do I want to leave the world with?
No, us, just the show. What would you like to leave us with before you go today?
Okay. I think don't be afraid to be different. I think actually the creatives that I aspire to be the most are the creatives that are very true to themselves, and it doesn't matter if they're like not along the status quo. They're just being themselves, and that's what like makes them different to all the other creatives. So I'm saying, be authentic, be true to yourself, and the rest will follow, man.
Oh man, thank you very much, and
thanks for having me.
Yo, this has been amazing. Do you know, it's just we're about to get into an hour. Would you know? I just wanted to say, Flying Lotus, thank you very much for coming today.
Thank you for having me so much.
I love your work. We're a big fan. I'm a big fan of your work. I love your energy. You're really a special human being. I really want to wish you nothing but success. And your journey is just starting. And I know it's going to go higher from here. You're going to blow. And I'm leaving you with love. We're leaving you with love. We love your work. Keep doing what you're doing. And I'm sending you love. Nothing but love. And don't ever forget, the bird on the tree is not afraid of the branch breaking because it believes in its wings. So don't you ever forget your wings. You go and you kill it. This is a special edition episode with Flying Lotus. Thank you very much for being here today. And we out. Peace. Thank you.